Massive column prepares the attack. Russian forces concentrate more than 100 soldiers to attack Ukrainian fortified positions. Just before the deployment, a Ukrainian intelligence drone spots the column and reports coordinates to the rocket forces. Himars operators load the ammunition and head to the firing point. When Himars reaches its destination, commander sets the coordinates of Russian column, and after the confirmation from the intelligence, Himars opens fire. Cluster munition takes out 3 Russian trucks at once. The following strikes take out 3 remaining vehicles. As the result, more than 100 men were lost. Thanks to intelligence and Himars' precision, Russian assault ended without even starting. Russian Buk air defense was spotted operating in Ukrainian fields. Intelligence drone reports the coordinates to the rocket forces. Ukrainian soldiers receive the location of Russian air defense and head to the firing position. When Himars reaches its destination, Ukrainian soldiers waste no time and open fire. Precise strike from Himars, and the ammunition detonates. As the result, Russian air defense burns to ashes. And here a similar system was located. Intelligence drone reports the coordinates to the Himars and the missiles are fired. Meanwhile, inside the Russian air defense, crew locates the incoming threat and fires a missile to intercept it. The first Himars missile was shot down, but Russian luck quickly runs out as the second missile appears in sight. Second missile hits the target directly, causing a massive detonation. The night sky is lit up with the burning air-to-air missiles. As the result, 25 million air defense is now vanished for good. Russian self-propelled artillery was deployed to strike Ukrainian positions. Ukrainian drone reports the location to the Himars operator, and the shot is fired. Himars hits the target precisely. The artillery starts burning. Just few minutes later, fire reaches the ammunition, and then this happens. The ammunition in the truck detonates, leaving nothing but a burning metal pieces flying in the sky. Russian soldiers are deployed on a reconnaissance mission. They launch a UAV drone to locate targets deep in Ukrainian territory. But today, Russian soldiers will get the taste of their own medicine. Ukrainian drone was observing this area. As soon as Russian intelligence group was spotted, the coordinates were immediately transferred to the Himars. Himars operator moves in a firing position and opens fire. Himars hits Russian vehicle precisely. The reconnaissance mission came to an end. This self-propelled artillery was spotted moving to the firing position. Ukrainian drone tracks the movement, and when Russian artillery finally stops, Himars opens fire. The missile lands directly on target. As the result, the ammunition catches fire. The reconnaissance drone confirms the strike on Russian artillery. Russian forces prepare the assault. They gather their armored vehicles in a captured Ukrainian city to fill up the fuel. But what Russian soldiers didn't know is that a Ukrainian drone was following them the whole time. So when Russian armored group stops to refill the tanks, a Ukrainian Himars opens fire. Missile hits whiz pinpoint accuracy. As the result, 4 armored vehicles were burnt to the ground. This Russian artillery system was spotted firing at Ukrainian positions. Ukrainian drone hovers over the target and transfers coordinates to the Himars. The crew wastes no time and takes a shot at the Russian artillery. System on fire. Ukrainian drone flies over to the site and confirms the strike. Here a Russian brigade set up a base. From this place, Russian commanders conduct their operations and supply the frontline positions. After Ukrainian drone gathered enough intelligence, the location is reported to the rocket forces. Himars receives the coordinates and opens fire. The first missile hits the target precisely. The second missile is fired. The second missile strikes the target. As the result, Russian soldiers carry massive losses and lose an important field base. This Russian Panzer air defense system was spotted by Ukrainian intelligence drone. The coordinates are immediately reported to the Himars, and the shot is fired. Himars hits the target, causing massive detonation of the ammunition. Russian radar team was located few meters away and witnessed their air defense vanish in real time. This Russian radar station was spotted operating in Ukrainian fields. Russians used this system to find targets for mass artillery strikes using grads or uragans. Ukrainian drone transfers coordinates to the rocket forces, and Himars opens fire. Precise hit from Ukrainian Himars leaves a Russian radar heavily damaged. Ukrainian drone spots a Russian grad hidden in the tree line. After striking Ukrainian positions, Russian forces tried to camouflage their systems. Ukrainian intelligence drone reports the coordinates to Himars, and the missile is fired. The first missile hits the target precisely. Himars fires the second one to strike the remaining grad. The second missile lands close. As the result, 2 Russian grads were lost. This Russian intelligence group was conducting a reconnaissance operation to find important targets deep in Ukrainian territory. Ukrainian drone was watching this area the whole time. When Russian soldiers stopped to deploy a drone, Himars opens fire. Himars hits the target with pinpoint accuracy. Russian reconnaissance mission ends as quickly as it started. This Russian book air defense was spotted by Ukrainian drone. Himars receives the coordinates of the target and sends a missile. Himars hits the target precisely, causing an enormous detonation. Russian air defense disappears from sight. A Russian BM-21 Grad was spotted by Ukrainian drone. Drone tracks the movement, and when Grad finally stops, Himars takes a shot. Close hit from Himars. Russian soldiers quickly jump in and try to hide the grad in the different area. But Ukrainian Himars leaves no chance to escape. The second shot is fired. The missile strikes close, causing massive damage. Russian grad is neutralized. Russian soldiers launch a long-range intelligence drone to spot targets on the battlefield. After completing the mission, they drive to pick up the drone. Then, Russian soldiers decide to take a little break. Russian soldiers had no clue that their position was compromised, so as the result, this happens. Himars lands a meter away from the truck. Russian soldiers jump out and run away. Meanwhile, the truck and the drone turn to ashes. 2 Russian BMPs were abandoned after a failed assault. Himars is used to finish 2 targets at once. Himars hits Russian BMPs with pinpoint accuracy. As the result, they both catch fire and burn to the ground. This Russian self-propelled artillery was shelling the positions of Ukrainian soldiers. After completing the mission, Russians hid their system in the tree line. Ukrainian drone transfers coordinates to the Himars operator, and the shot is fired.